But yeah. First, hi and welcome back to I Love Bananas, the show where we talk about I Love Lucy to try and find one line, which is
you're making me look like Chiquita Banana?
Yes. So today, or whenever, we watched some episodes, and I didn't realize at the moment we watched them, but I realized soon after, and then you asked me like 20 minutes ago, was this the last disc of season 1? And it is. So we watched all of season 1 of I Love Lucy, and it concluded with these episodes. Lucy does a TV commercial. The publicity agent. Lucy gets Ricky on the radio. Lucy's schedule. Ricky thinks he's getting bald. Ricky asks for a raise. So, some of these episodes were hits.
Yes.
Some of these episodes were misses.
Yeah.
The first episode, Lucy does a TV commercial, is the Vitamita Vegemin episode. So, was not expecting that.
Yeah. Such an iconic one in the very first season.
Yes. And just, it was real funny to watch that, and when it was on the screen, I was like, oh, this is this episode? Like, there was no leading up to it that I was like, oh, this is gonna be that. I wasn't even thinking that this was gonna be it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, like, I guess it's the way the titles are written now, but I am shocked that the episode is not called Vitamita Vegemin.
Right, that's just like not how it works back then, I guess.
Is the other like iconic episode that I know gonna be like, Lucy gets a part-time job, and that's going to be the candy factory one. Like, that's definitely...
It really might be called that.
Yeah, we'll have no idea. Just like we'll have no idea if this line is on the show.
Right. But, so that was very funny, and I don't know, I obviously knew about it. I've probably seen it before, but watching it in the context of the episode was just so funny how smashed she gets.
She Kristen Wiig Fred Armisen sings with him.
Yeah, it was very funny. Obviously, you can tell why it's like a classic episode.
Yeah.
Then it was the publicity agent, which
was a miss in my book.
I can't even think. Was that the racist one?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even think what happened.
Because they needed to do the publicity stunt for Ricky, which is why she was in the outfit. And then, naturally, at the end, Ricky does something racist back and spooks her too. Mm-hmm. It's all just girl bossing, gaslighting, and gatekeeping, business as usual.
There have been a few episodes throughout this first season where they do racist things.
Quite culturally insensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm like, it's very weird. Yeah, there was weird little bouts of racism.
Yes, there was.
Then Ricky gets on the radio. That was kind of cute. It was like a quiz show moment, but
Lucy memorized the wrong answers. They looked silly, and then it ended like a camp skit where the punchline was the end of the episode.
and it ended up working out because the punchline was like, what did George Washington say as they crossed the Delaware? And Ricky was just like, I'm tired, I want to sit down. And he was like, that's right, here's $500. And then da 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 da. Lucy's schedule, that one was full of girl bossing because
to the extreme.
They were like, no, we gotta, you can't mess this up for all of female kind. No. The reason why we're allowed to be housewives is we can do whatever we want all day. The husbands don't know how much time it takes to do everything. Mm-hmm. If you tell your husband how much time it takes, you're gonna screw it up for the rest of us. So they band together and they totally dunk on their men.
They do. They basically refuse to feed them for a single meal, and they all get really upset. And they realize they were incorrect.
Yeah. Then Ricky thinks he's getting bald. That was... Lucy was ruthless. Lucy was roasting him, saying that, yeah, he's getting bald or his hairline's going back. And she's like, whatever.
I, don't remember a single thing from the episode except for the end when he's, covered in some sort of a cream.
Yeah.
That's the only part I remember.
I know that they try to assemble a council of bald men to be like, it's okay, but then Fred comes in wearing a wig. Yeah. But Fred is bald.
Bald as hell.
And they're like, well, all right, Fred, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Ricky asks for a raise. this one was pretty funny.
It really was. It was a classic That's So Raven archetype of a million costumes in one.
Yes, and disguises and doing this. So basically they booked the entire club under a bunch of different names because Ricky, they let him go instead of giving him a raise, and they hired some other guy to come in. And so then they went to the club when this other guy was supposed to start and was like, oh, Ricky Ricardo's not here, we're leaving. And they did that like a few times with numerous, well, there was only ever the 3 of them.
But there was always a party of 16 that was about to show up.
Yeah, and it was just very funny. Fred was in drag.
Fred was in drag. And please let us know if we've missed, we think this was the first time Fred was in drag.
Yeah, but it was very, very, yeah, That's So Raven. And it was pretty funny. And then Ricky gets his job back.
They offered him double, maybe even triple what he asked for.
Right.
And then he says no.
No, because if I got this much clout, then I don't need a place. Like, I can just do whatever I want. And then I think that might be
literally
the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And then therefore the end of the first season. So
Jobless. Ricky's jobless because Lucy had to get yet another heist.
it was quite a journey this first season. You know, we almost thought we saw it a couple times.
We did.
But ultimately, we did not come across a line yet. So we still got quite a few more seasons in this baby. And we will be back with another episode of I Love Bananas whenever we feel like it.
In the future.
Yeah, so in the meantime though, check out our other videos. Leave us a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button because we've got so much other stuff besides Lucy. And
smorgasbord of content of all genres and regimes.
and maybe even we have a Lucy-esque video coming out next week.
Oh my
Who
god,
knows?
we do!
Who knows? I don't know. But stay tuned. So thank you so much for subscribing and supporting us. We will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!